Welcome, everybody. Today with me here is Erich, right from the movie that we're about to talk about, Idiocracy. How does it feel, Erich?
Electrolytes. They've got what plants crave.
Yeah, I forgot that was the story of this movie. He has to save the
Mm-hmm.
plant from Gatorade.
Yeah, that's right.
Do they make Gatorade out of plants? How would they have Gatorade if they don't have plants?
I'm sure a lot of Gatorade is just entirely chemical based and is not entirely real. So,
Okay. Well, what a stupid drink to have, huh?
oh,
So what's it like being in Trump's America, Erich?
it's great, Florian. They're going to start to deport everyone. They're going to start to destroy the Department of Education. They're going to start to um, what else are they going to do?
Deport everyone? Did you say that?
Yeah, deport all the Mexicans. Everyone who's living here that they think should not be living here.
Yeah, it's exactly like Idiocracy, where apparently now the people are gonna get stupider and stupider because there's no education, and I'm shocked because I'm like this election would be so obvious that you would not vote for the guy who lies all the time and is just spewing hatred, and you'd have to be like a complete idiot to vote for Trump, and then he wins the popular vote. It blows my mind. Like people had a low opinion of Americans, but it was not low enough. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, every time people hold the bar way, way down, we somehow find a way to sink further and further down. It's incredible.
Yeah, eventually all your cities are gonna be rubble and skyscrapers will be taped to each other and there'll be trash piling up everywhere. Literally trash. Trump couldn't be more idiocracy. He's dressing up in garbage cans. Oh my god. It's all
I don't
there.
think I don't think we would ever have garbage all over the place here. We will always just ship the garbage elsewhere.
You're not gonna have garbage avalanches. Well, I guess this can't. I mean, this isn't like specifically America being the only idiocracy, so they probably didn't figure out how to keep up global trade, and that's why there's garbage everywhere. But I guess now that you're being isolationist, maybe you can't even ship off the garbage, or you're just gonna force other countries.
Well, there's a huge thing out in the middle of the ocean that
Wow.
we'll just keep shipping it out to.
Well, I guess most of the garbage will sink, so that's probably fine.
Hmm.
Yeah, no issues there. Perfect solution. Uh, so do people just hate women? Is that it? Is it just impossible to have a female president, or do you think Kamala was
Okay.
like uniquely
Okay.
bad?
I think there's a lot of reasons why people would vote for someone like Donald Trump and not vote for somebody like Kamala Harris. One of the reasons is as much as we tout that we did a soft landing on the economy, people are not feeling very good economically right now. So a lot of the time when people get into the voting booths, they are voting based on what they feel, how they feel they're doing right now. If a lot of people don't feel like they're doing very well right now, they will vote out the current incumbent party and vote in the other party because they think that whatever the current party is doing is not right. The
Yeah, I
problem with
guess
that
that makes sense. Yeah.
is that what essentially happens is that Democrats, and I don't want to I don't want to privilege the Democrats too much because they kind of suck as a party anyway.
Wow.
But Democrats will fix as much as they can the economic shambles that Republicans have left the country in. And then in the course of doing that, things will start to get a little bit better, but it's not going to be all the way better. So Trump's
Well, how do they
bullshit
suck
handling of
then?
the
That
pandemic.
I mean, that sounds as good
What?
as you can do it. Like, what more can you ask for that they fix as much
what
as
they
they
can
can?
do what they can do is actually run on the things that they fix rather than running to the right for every goddamn thing that they do. So instead of saying, oh, we're going to get Liz Cheney up in the audience to run for the Democrats here, what you're telling people is we are no different from Republicans. So if you've got a party that does all the right things, but then says, no, actually, we want to court people on the right, we want to court Republican voters to try to vote Democrat, they are not going to vote Democrat. They're going to vote Republican. If, like Truman said, if you give people the choice between an actual Republican and a Democrat that is trying to become a Republican, they're going to vote for the real thing every time.
I don't really buy that one. I don't see how being moderate
That's
is
every
bad.
time Democrats run to the right, they lose.
But they didn't.
But they keep
how
doing
did
it.
how did they even run to the right? In what policy?
Florian, they tried to do an immigration border bill that was literally the same thing that Trump wanted to do, but because it was done by Democrats, Trump sabotaged it and it did not pass.
You think that's why they lost?
No, but every time they try to do it, they get sabotaged, and like they don't even get credit for trying to do it either, because
Yeah,
a
I
lot of
guess
people
so.
think Democrats are the open border party because that's what Trump says all the time. So it's like when they try to do the bullshit that Republicans want them to do, they don't get credit for it either. So why should they do that? They shouldn't, is what I'm saying. Like, actually run on the things that you care about and want to do and that will help people out. Don't say, oh, we're going to secure the border. We're going to do all of this nonsense that Republicans want to do. Like, don't meet them on the fucking deficit level. Don't say, oh, yeah, we're going to make all these cuts. We're going to cut all of this stuff about the government. Do good things for people as the government. So the child tax credit was something that they passed, which gives money to families who desperately need that money. We raised kids out of child poverty for a single year, and then that child tax credit was gotten rid of. And what they should have done is run on that. Talk about how much child poverty was eliminated in this country, and then we somehow just went right back to it.
Well, that's certainly interesting, but I don't think that explains like the overwhelming loss that they've had. You know.
They don't stand for anything. People will vote for you when you stand for something, but if you just stand for the shit that the Republicans stand for, people will just vote for Republicans.
Wow. I mean, I guess mostly like the problem would be communication because the actual policies were mostly fine.
Yeah. When people say these are the policies without any labeling on them, without Democrat labeling, without Kamala Harris's name, people love Democrat policies. As soon as you attach them to the Democrats or attach them to Kamala Harris, it's so incredibly tainted by the shit that Trump has said, the things that like are put out in the media, that people don't like them anymore. It's really insane. It is like a nightmare world
Yeah.
that we live in there.
I mean,
But
it's weird that like the Democrats get blamed for that when it's clearly just like the constant lies are just they're so obvious that they really shouldn't need like a strong story to dispel them. Like it should be so obvious that Trump just lies with every sentence, and then you would just assume that you shouldn't vote for him. But no, like he could just spin everything. He fixes the border even though they already tried to do that and he blocked it. Wow, cool. I guess he deserves a vote for that.
yeah, I mean, just generally speaking, people are not curious about politics. They kind of don't care what is happening before the election or after the election. Really, they're in that moment going with their gut and being like, okay, who do I think is going to be the strongest? Who do I think I'd rather have a beer with? That is the like.
Wow.
That is the policy that the American public votes on, not actual policy, but who do I like more, essentially.
I mean, like that's already bad enough that then they came up with the idea that Trump is the more likable guy. Like, it's insane.
I mean, he's not, but people like bullies is the thing. If you think that the bully is on your side, people like bullies.
Wow. Well, I
People
guess
think he's going to do this for us.
I,
He's going to then attack people who hate us and make their lives worse. So we'll vote for him.
well, just to mention, I will be talking about the movie later, and also I did say I'm not gonna do any politics on my main channel, so this is purely a movie review, okay?
I mean, what a way to start your pure movie review,
I know,
saying
right?
what the hell happened with the 2024 election, huh, Erich?
No, I'm kidding. No, no,
Yeah. Okay.
we are doing the movie, but yes,
Yeah. Yeah.
politics will be very minor on both channels in the future.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I don't even care anymore. Like it's over. Like they got the bad guy in, and we don't know what he's gonna do. He's like strategically retarded, so you can't predict what he's gonna do. And it seems that he picked someone as the secretary for national security who is reasonable and doesn't want to destroy Ukraine. So that gives me some hope, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, if Ukraine is the one issue you really care about, it's really not a big deal for now, at least, because the person you picked seems to be
Well,
pretty strongly pro-Ukraine.
I mean, he is completely unreliable and unpredictable, so he could go crazy and let Putin win at any point. I guess we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's so wild when Americans just say like, oh yeah, America shouldn't pay for Ukraine. Like, wow, all this time, but we're like such close allies, the U.S. and Europe, and now it's like, oh yeah, you're being attacked. Well, fuck off, I guess. We don't owe you anything. We're gonna focus
I
on
mean,
our
Ukraine
orange
is not
guy.
part of any of the like treaties that we like. They're not in NATO. They're not in any of the like protection
Well,
things
there's
that we've
like
kind of
there's a
figured out.
specific treaty that you've signed that says that Ukraine gives up the nuclear weapons and you protect it, and I guess we're not going to see much of that under Trump, but we'll see. It's possible. But like they would have been fine if you hadn't taken the nukes, all right? Fucking madness.
I don't know why you're yelling at me. I have nothing to do with U.S. policy, really.
Yeah. Pretty mad at America, you know?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
uh,
Yeah, all we have to do is like sit back and wait and see what's going to happen because I do believe that Trump like wants to appeal to Putin more than anything else.
it is strange. Apparently, I heard rumors that they played like the old porn that Trump's wife did on Kremlin TV, and like it doesn't seem like he's trying to appeal to Putin right now. He mocked Russia and said they couldn't do Elon's stupid ass like landing rocket bullshit, you know. And China, they couldn't do it either. So I don't know. It's all completely random, I guess. What will happen? It's the mystery box president, and he's not really said anything positive about Kim Jong Un, right? Lately.
I mean, I don't know about lately.
Yeah.
Little Rocket Man.
Is that what he said? Well, it's so crazy how they sent North Koreans to Ukraine, and they're just really pathetic on every level. How
Oh, really?
well, I mean they're like genetically well not like they're actually short because they're malnourished to a crazy degree, and they don't know anything. It's like they've never had internet, and now they're addicted to porn allegedly. And I mean,
Okay, wait. What is this? North Korea sent soldiers to who?
they sent them to Russia to fight in Ukraine.
Oh my God.
You haven't heard of
That's very
that?
funny. I haven't heard this at all.
Yeah, it's insane. The orcs and the goblins, they've teamed up. And
Wow.
we really must bring the free people together instead of we must cast out the false leaders, you know. Oh man. So anyways, in Idiocracy, we have this wholesome story about eugenics at the start, where the stupid people keep having more children, and the
Yeah, that's the really awkward thing about the beginning of this movie is that it's like very premised on smart people aren't having enough babies and stupid people are breeding like rabbits. That is going to create a like genetic dead end for America or the world generally. And that's a pretty shitty premise. Like
well, I think it's a brilliant premise. I think
that's not really how the things are determined.
Well, actually, yes, they are determined that way. The only thing is that we didn't end up getting the snowball
So
effect where
Albert Einstein, his parents were the smartest people of all time, and he was born because his parents were super smart.
do you just like not believe that intelligence is partially inheritable?
I don't see any. What's the evidence for that?
Wow. Okay,
I
sure.
think generally you like raise people's living conditions and make sure they have good educations and stuff like that. Like that's super important.
I mean, like, do you
To make
think
sure the
do
proper
you actually
intelligence is.
wait? Do you actually think that if we took all the stupid people and made them breed, and then we did that every generation, do you think that they would not become stupid genetically? Is that what you're telling me?
I don't think it's like a genetic smartness thing. If that were true, then like there would surely be policies that like the smart people have to breed together. It's not
Um,
how it works.
what do you mean? That's of course that's how it works. Like you would like if, this would be ridiculous if you said the same thing about height. Like, yeah, like traits are heritable to some degree. You know, like not 100%, but like like clearly there were monkeys at some point, and then there were humans because the smart humans survived. Like, we agree on that, right?
No, no, that's actually not true at all.
Wait, how did humans evolve then?
Because like Florian, humans, the our like race of
Sapiens.
Homo sapien, we kind of like wiped out a slightly better race just because of
Well,
I think
yeah. I mean,
numbers or something.
yeah, but
Like
but you
a
do
race that probably would
realize.
have done better than us. Like
I mean, not necessarily, but like you do realize that there were monkeys and they evolved into humans, and like the smart monkeys must have survived for that to happen, right?
no, I mean generally speaking, the smartness comes from just diet for the most part. Like
No, do you think you could feed a monkey so that he becomes smart like a human?
it's entirely due to that, Florian.
Is that are you saying that you can feed a monkey so that he becomes a human?
Over thousands, millions
Yeah,
of
that's called
years, like
genetics.
diet,
That
diet
that's
is
called
incredibly important.
genetics. If it's
Diet is incredibly important
no
in that.
diet does not go over generations. Like
I
I
don't know what to tell you, dude. I read a book about the evolution of humanity. It was called The Rise and Reign of Mammals. And one of the things that allowed our species to uh, become more intelligent was access to fruits, access to all of these uh, proteins, like things that we were eating allowed us to better propagate, spread
okay.
around. Like you gave us better nutrients and it allowed us to use different parts of our body.
Wait, that I don't understand. Wait, we're derailed again and we never talk about the movie, but that's fine. That's fine. Okay, so what I am baffled. Do you understand? This is how does this work? Explain to me. What happens when a person eats food and then their children become smart? I don't understand how that happens. Like if it's not genetics, like which you said
Like
it isn't.
you have a more complex diet and you have like better access to that at all times. That definitely increases like just look at how um famine and starvation affects people.
Well, I know that, but like you're saying that there's no genetic component in intelligence.
I mean, the genetic component of it plays into your environment and plays into uh, how your species has access to things around you. I mean, there's a reason that like all of these other species didn't evolve into super intelligent birds or super intelligent.
Yeah, birds could get there.
Could they get there? Could they start to talk to us?
I mean, not soon, but if they breed fast enough, they could be bred to be intelligent. But I think it's gotta be the it's gotta be the genetics. I don't think it's the nutrition specifically. What I mean, like obviously you can stunt the brain with bad nutrition. Wait, but so you actually think that if we did the idiocracy and we made all the stupid people breed, then you don't think that we'd get stupid children?
Like, I think it's mainly the education systems or the like environment that those children grow up in that makes them stupid, not genetics.
So if we killed off all the smart people, like every generation, then we would not see intelligence go down.
Like, I don't believe that at all because I think throughout history you'll find that a lot of the smartest people ever have come from environments that would not have fostered the smartest person of all time, and yet there they are.
Well, the thing about that is actually that uh, humans have sex with each other a lot. Like they don't like form an underclass that doesn't have sex with an upper class. You know, they like Genghis Khan had 1 million children. Okay, like people got around.
So you're just saying that like randomness will create a super smart person every now and then from two incredibly stupid people.
No, I'm saying that smart people spread their genes around, and we know that genes can be like can pass over generations.
What is the smart gene, Florian?
There are multiple ones. I don't know.
And why in genetic testing do we not find the smart genes and uh, only have children based on that?
I mean, why do you think we want that? Why do you think we want smart children?
I mean, smart children will do better, generally speaking, but like the genes they look out for are like things that developmentally like hinder you in some way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that they have like found specific smart genes that when turned on make someone super smart. Do you know that like of specific ones that
What?
you can control?
What? Are you asking me if I know about specific genes? No.
Yeah, but that's what you're saying it happens. Is
No,
that like
that's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying that traits are heritable to some degree.
and those come from genetics.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like it's the same way if you like reshuffle programming language or something, you wouldn't see like, oh yeah, this letter stands for intelligence. No, it's like the combination of letters that does it. You know.
Yeah, so you just change the combination of letters to the one that makes people smart, and then you have smart people, right?
I mean, I believe that if you clone a smart person, you will continue getting smart people. Yeah. I mean, I think that they, like, if you clone it, then it'll get the same winning combination usually. You think?
Okay, this is not a serious discussion anymore. So
I think it was actually too serious.
talking about cloning super smart people
Well,
and creating
you think...
a master race of super intelligent people.
Wow. So my point was that we didn't go into that feedback loop where the stupid people continued having 1 million children that was described in the movie, which I guess you don't believe would be possible, and I guess actually it wouldn't be because it's not like if you're stupid, you probably will have kids dying a lot, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So it wouldn't work out too well, anyways.
We should just introduce dirt bikes to the stupid populace that is growing, and they'll kill themselves that way.
Finally, ethical eugenics. We've done it.
As long as they're choosing their own end, it's perfect.
We're gonna have the dildozer too. That was my favorite. The huge monster truck with a
The huge
battering
monster
ram.
truck. Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh.
And then they had another one, and it was too big to fit through the door. Ah,
Hmm.
oh, the tragedy. Could you imagine what it's like to be living in the idiocracy and you like everyone around you is just sucking on their thumb and they can't do anything?
I would not want to live in that society. I mean, I guess at the end of this movie, things are looking up a little bit. Like,
Well,
to me,
in the end, his smart genes once again get bred out by the stupid genes.
hmm I mean, even within this movie, it's kind of pointing at like the people aren't just stupid all throughout. Like, they just need to have a little bit better knowledge or education system, and then things will slowly get better. Isn't that what they're
No,
saying by the
they
end of
do
the
not
movie?
say that at all. No,
No,
no.
I thought by the end of the movie, you're like, oh, they'll probably
Well,
be
they
able to turn it around a little bit.
well they work together because the stupid people learn to listen to the smart people. But then in the end, the smart people had too few children, and the stupid people overwhelmed them again. That's what happens in the end of the movie. That's specifically the outro.
Oh, I guess I did not
Yeah,
rewatch the movie. So
the stupid lawyer goes and has a million children with the stupid secretary from the White House, and the the two main characters have three children,
hmm
and they do not stand a chance.
well,
Yep, it's a cycle of idiocracy. uh, pretty tragic. Do you remember when he was in the prison, and then he escaped by telling them that he actually was supposed to leave?
uh-huh. Yeah. That's pretty good.
But then
I
they
like how everyone's clothing is this like very sheer, very shiny material. And
yeah
it's all got ads all over it.
yeah everything is just based on like the stupid demographics we have now, and they do not they don't evolve much. They still like the same things, even though clearly
hmm
they would come up with more stupid things to wear.
hmm
Who knows?
Ow, my balls is the most important show on TV.
And every time the guy is invited somewhere, everyone kicks him in the balls, and I guess he must like it.
I don't think he likes it.
Maybe he's just forced to play this character everywhere.
He's probably just famous because of that. No, he has to.
He's probably the only smart person, and he knows that he needs to keep doing it to survive.
hmm
And then
hmm
his testicles become non-functional, and his smart genes get bred out.
hmm One of my favorite jokes in this movie is that the woman is afraid that her pimp is going to come and find her, even though it's the future and like there's just no way that he could possibly get there. And then at the end of the movie, he like wakes up out of a cryopod and starts to come after her. That is one of my favorite things ever because it's so stupid. It's so stupid that she thinks that he would like travel through time to come and get her again. And yet he is doing just that. That is my favorite kind of joke for some reason. I really can't explain why. It's just so ridiculous that I love it.
It didn't make any sense because she was supposed to be a medium intelligence, perfectly average,
hmm
and yet she believes this. But it's also true, so maybe she was in
Well,
fact
I was gonna say maybe
brilliant.
she has a reason to believe it if it is actually true. Like he did actually hunt her down, so like she was right at the end of the day.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
so funny to me. Oh
well,
my god.
I think she has to be either very smart or very stupid for that to be the case, and not
hmm
average. uh, yeah, I like how in Idiocracy they have a wrestler who is the president, but he actually
Yeah.
he's
He actually
he's
seems all right at
he
what he yeah,
well,
like
he's messed up the country so much that now he's actually willing to listen to the one smart person in the world that they found randomly
hmm
because they do IQ tests all the time in prison.
hmm why do they do IQ tests on everyone if everybody's so freaking stupid?
Well, apparently that's a stupid thing to do, to take IQ tests.
hmm
Or is it?
Yeah, I feel like haven't IQ tests at least partially been like disproven as
Well, I mean,
like legitimate ways to measure people's intelligence.
it's stupid because you can prepare for them, and then they can be skewed
Yeah.
along racial lines because of culture and stuff, and
Hmm.
also, yeah, I mean, I guess they will just be good for people who've studied because they're better at taking tests in general.
Hmm. I read somewhere that like on the SATs one time there were questions about like religion. So like there was Bible stuff
I
within
can hear
one
whatever
of the
you're doing, by
questions.
the way.
Sorry. I'm like, yeah, folding cardboard and shit. Um there were questions about like the Bible in some of these SAT tests. And
Ah,
I guess from a general perspective, you could probably say the ability to parse things in a biblical text or religious text is not necessarily not useful at all. And maybe, but like, there's an entire group of people who are way better at doing that because they've been raised on that for their entire lives, versus anyone else coming to it pretty new would be like, well, I kind of can't tell what this is saying because it's written in such a way that I'm not prepared to like understand. So I really questioned why that was ever put into the system as something to measure people's reading comprehension, I guess.
in our system or in the idiot
I
system?
mean, in the American system at least.
Well, it's actually pretty useful because, like, specifically the skills that will be helpful in society will be tested by the IQ test usually. You know, like philosophically, it's probably unfair on many levels, but like statistically, you're gonna do well by selecting for IQ, I guess.
Yeah, but like within what structure other than religious would you need to be able to read a biblical text and be like, this is what it's saying?
Well, I mean, there's actually quite a lot of religion happening, so that's probably useful in America. You know.
Yeah, we at least have a separation of church and state here where like if people are quoting the Bible and trying to come at you from that point of view, you should just be able to say, well, that's not supposed to happen. So,
Exactly. Yeah. Then you know what they've done wrong. Perfect.
uh-huh.
I mean, I don't think that this one point about the IQ test is like is able to just demote the whole concept. You know, and like there's ones that don't have any words in them, and you just have to do like symbols, and you have to click on them to see. Like they lack any language, so that there's no discrimination based on language. And then you see who's the smartest, I guess. Have you seen those? Pretty weird. Just like spot the
No, I
pattern a
haven't.
million times. I mean, I don't
A
even
million
know.
times.
I don't know how much possible intelligence you can have to spot those patterns perfectly, but okay.
Mm-hmm. I guess people who can are just superior.
Yeah, they just get it right every time.
I guess they should be elected king of the world and
Yeah,
get to decide what everyone does.
they got the ultimate autism. They see the patterns
Hmm.
everywhere. They don't talk, but
Do
they
you think that autism is like secret intelligence that like this was an idea that was floated by the Predator movie? Is that like
yeah.
autism is some evolutionary advantage that allows people with that hyper focus to like have super intelligence?
I mean, like specifically, like autism is just like your brain is just wired differently. Like if you train an AI on language, then it'll know how to do language. But if an AI doesn't have much to go on, then it'll have to make connections that it doesn't have, you know, to learn things that you wouldn't believe.
I think
And
I
some
think I
people,
have found the like perfect solution to AI, which
yeah.
is you just make them all autistic.
I mean, I think they're probably autistic by default. They don't have emotions, right? Well, I guess actually they did evolve emotions because it was helpful, but I think they were probably faking them.
Oh, how would you be able to tell
Well, you
if
wouldn't.
it's faking
It's
it?
a black box unless you like.
Oh,
I mean, I guess there could be tells for when an AI is faking something. Who knows? You know.
every time it lies to you, it has to tell you it's lying to you.
I mean, I guess you could make like a debug code where you can look, or you could say a lie detection for AI, where it lights up whenever it has to do extra processing because the solution was not straightforward. So it's
Hmm.
pulling something out of its ass.
What if it tells you everything I tell you is a lie?
Well, I guess you can either trust it or not trust it. It's either always right or
Well,
always wrong.
if everything it tells you is a lie, is that a lie?
Hmm. Well, I guess.
Which would then be the truth.
Yeah, I guess that's the paradox. You're right. I guess it's really
Hmm.
tricked you then.
We're fucked.
Yeah, I guess you're really gonna think about that one. It's really gonna have evolved a lot of intelligence to realize that's a paradox. You know, to think
Hmm.
to realize, oh, but then this means that, and then it sees it's a loop, and that means that that's a paradox if the logic goes in a loop. Hmm. But yeah, autistic people are like sometimes extremely gifted at music
Uh-huh.
because like normal language is as difficult to them as like a really complex musical piece, you know. But then normal people don't understand music on that level at all. It's, autism's pretty magical, but most of the time it's very counterproductive and they
Hmm.
need a lot of care. Unless they're in Idiocracy and then they can fly an airplane despite being retarded allegedly.
I don't know how much of like society is going to go away once AI just takes over everything. Like if people don't have to train on things, if people don't have to
Oh
uh
well, all of
like
it.
how much automation will just destroy anyone's will to do anything.
Well, I mean that's a very brief problem because like at that point like, it's unstoppable and then we'll die. But yeah, I
It'll
mean
kill us or we'll just die from not knowing how to
no,
get around.
it's just like an actual like death loop because financially the thing to do is to buy more AI. So you replace more and more humans until you replace the managers. And then once you've replaced the managers, then you replace the politicians. And then you've got a state that's run by AI. And then, there just has to be one state that's run by AI, and then it'll outperform all the other states. And then we'll declare war in that state. And then and then the war will probably kill us all unless we maybe win the war and then we start over in 100 years when AI becomes a thing again.
So it's just an endless cycle of AI being introduced, destroying
I
society, and then
I mean
we start it.
we have to regulate AI to the same level that we regulate nuclear weapons, but nuclear weapons are extremely expensive, whereas AI will be really cheap because it keeps getting better.
What about all of the resources that it uses up
Yeah, it gets better every time.
to function?
Like right now we need server farms, but eventually they'll probably have like an AI that's as smart as a human brain, and it's inside a robot, and it doesn't need. It just needs as much energy as a normal computer, I guess. So maybe like as much as a brain, maybe
I
even.
mean, right now it uses up a lot of
Yeah, it's
energy to
just what I
do
said. Like right now, it's
calculations.
a server farm that takes a lot of energy, but like that server farm can do a lot of jobs at the same time, and will.
I feel like we're a long way away from an AI having human brain power on the amount of energy that a human brain uses.
Well, the energy issue is separate from the intelligence issue, I guess. And I mean, humans waste a lot of energy. Like if you have a robot, I mean, if it's supposed to fit into a human brain or like a humanoid body, it can't use that much energy, I guess, because like there wouldn't be enough space for wires. Yeah.
um, it seems like a losing prospect because we've already got an incredible intelligence system that runs on very little energy people,
Well, it'll like
and
it.
yet we're devoting a lot of energy and a lot of time and money and all that stuff to creating something that I mean, I guess one day will outpace us, but like the energy concerns for that is pretty
Well, we're doing a lot of
pretty
nuclear
high.
now, and also Trump is drilling, baby
Are we
drilling.
doing a lot of nuclear? I thought we were doing less and
I
less
heard we're
nuclear.
doing more nuclear. I think.
What I heard is that uh, converting nuclear facilities into power facilities for AI. Uh, that's at least happening near me. I don't think that means they're bringing back the nuclear though.
Uh, let's see. Biden-Harris administration establishes bold U.S. government targets for safe and responsibly expanding nuclear energy. Announces framework for actions to achieve these targets.
Yeah, but that's Biden Harris.
Well, yeah, I mean, but I mean, if it, I don't think Trump would like stop nuclear. Why would he?
Trump is trying to drill baby drill.
Well, yeah, but I mean, that's just for cars. Like, electricity is not done with oil as much.
I don't think there's any push towards nuclear here.
I mean, I I think. Yeah, I mean, I guess Trump being unpredictable, you don't know, but I don't see why he wouldn't, because nuclear is a no-brainer. Like, people have concerns, stupid concerns about nuclear, but Trump doesn't care about anything, so why wouldn't he just build nuclear if it's worth it? But I guess it takes too long, so maybe not. But if it's already being built, I don't know, why not? Guess he can just keep it going. I guess his
Says Trump has more recently sounded skeptical about federal backing for large-scale nuclear builds like Vogtle, which he said in an October 25th interview with podcaster Joe Rogan, get too big and too complex and too expensive, raising questions about his second administration's willingness to support the nuclear energy.
interesting. Well, I mean, but he also wants to deregulate, so I guess there's going to be private nuclear, maybe.
Oh God.
What do you? Yeah, I guess that would be a problem. Actually, now that I say it. Wait, no, I think.
You were about to say why would that be a problem, and then you thought about the like
Well, the thing is that America
the
has like
deregulation bullshit.
America has way more regulation for nuclear. So, like, if you strike down many of them, then you'll have competitive nuclear with other countries that is as safe as in other countries. But who knows? I guess it could be worse if you put Elon Musk in charge. Then it's gonna be probably catastrophic. But chance of Elon getting fired is also high because
He's annoying as fuck. That's why.
Trump fires everyone. I mean,
Yeah.
I guess Trump and Musk are both equally stupid, so maybe they really enjoy each other's company, but I guess they haven't in the past. So.
I do not think they do enjoy each other's company. Or I mean, I think Musk sees this as his way to get way more government funding for Tesla.
Yeah, he's gonna be so nice, but will he succeed? Who knows? And
Right now, it's the spoils system where all of the Trump-belating people are getting power and influence and
yeah,
positions in the government.
oh my God.
We'll see whether that lasts. Matt Gaetz is the fucking attorney general. I can't believe I'm saying that.
Yeah, that is wild.
They need to confirm it, I guess. But
Didn't he write like a book about trans people?
I don't know. I think that's Matt Walsh.
Oh yeah, jeez. Okay. Oh yeah, I guess he's the other one. Okay, yeah. I see now. I actually don't know much about him. Just nasty allegations, I guess.
He's a pedo slimeball. That's what I
Wow.
know about him.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
I mean, whatever. Like, everyone knows about Trump Epstein. Nobody cares. It's over.
It's really quite dumb that people really don't care what Trump has done.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Like, this Apprentice movie, like, even to me, he seemed sympathetic in that one, okay? He hustled harder than anyone, okay? And
Wow.
and just because they put him raping his wife in there doesn't mean that anyone's going to believe that's what happened, you know? So, I don't know.
So like all the positive stuff they would believe, all of the negative stuff they're like, didn't really
No,
happen
they
that
just want like the smidgen of possible deniability, you know, and then they got it, okay. Like I mean, we didn't literally see him do it, even though we did. But it was an actor. It's fine.
Incredible.
Yep. So are Trump voters going to create a new class of idiocracy where they just keep reproducing and becoming stupider? And then
I don't know about that.
They will educate each other to be stupider. It doesn't even have to be genetic. And malnutrition, I guess.
I'm more worried about getting rid of the Department of Education and getting rid of like any standards for what is considered an education, and then that's when you get really scary shit happening.
Yes, that does sound like a problem, but I guess that's really slow to become a problem. I like how in Idiocracy we do not see the sheer amounts of obesity that America actually has.
Oh, I mean, the fatness that would happen in an Idiocracy situation would be shocking. It would probably be like a Wall-E situation where everyone's like blobs.
Yeah, you're seeing them eat lard out of tubs, and they still fine. It's magical. I guess they've got Mountain Dew lard that doesn't make you fat.
Maybe they're all on Ozempic as well.
Yeah, they really are in the future. That's the last thing that we gave them before they became stupid and there's no more innovation. Unless it's dildo trucks.
Oh yeah, dildo trucks must be the last thing out. We had a very intelligent reason to want a dildo trunk.
Yeah, it's the only thing that they've built well in Idiocracy. So how much do you love this movie?
I like it quite a bit. Like, obviously, I don't agree with the eugenics part of it, but overall, I think it's just a very fun movie. It's fun to make fun of dumb people, and I think the cast is really fun. I think Luke Wilson is great as the lead. I think Terry Crews is great as President Camacho.
Oh my god, yeah, he was amazing.
And I believe Maya Rudolph is the female lead.
It is so scary though, like
funny
when everyone is so stupid, just like it's constantly making like fart noises and chuckling at the mention of sex, and then having a million children. How do the children survive? Do they have a million orphanages?
I don't know. They probably just live on the street.
Plot hole. Well, I guess unless they have like really easy food on the streets, but then I guess not, because you need so much money to stay alive, which is weird. Like, why do they have so much meritocracy, capitalism, when they are all so stupid and they must be all on welfare?
I mean, it's the kind of like Peter principle of like, you've promoted all of these people who are idiots, and that's kind of nobody is competent enough to be where they are.
But how do they pay for things is the question. How does food become available?
Maybe they just keep printing more money. Maybe they're like...
But then they'd have to eat the money. Well, I guess the inflation has happened, but actually, I guess it wasn't even that crazy, because they have like the standard bill and it's $10,000. Like, I guess that would leave you at
it's just
pretty
crazy
reasonable
inflation.
No, it's like a pretty reasonable inflation rate over 500 years. Like at 1%, I think you'd probably be at like 100,000 or something.
Damn.
Actually, I need to look this up. Let's see. 1.01 squared by, or like with the power of 100 is 2. Where's the comma? Only 2.7. Okay, never mind then, I guess.
Damn.
I guess it was crazy inflation after all.
Yeah.
Is that possible? Wow, I really thought there would have been more after... Wait, oh, that was 100 years. Never mind. No, I was right. Yeah. After 500
was it only 100 years?
No, I put in 100. It would have been 500 years. So that would... Let's see how much that adds up to at 1% inflation. That's going to be like trillions. $144? Okay, so it would have only multiplied by 144 over 500 years. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that actually makes sense. Then the $100 bill would be the 10,000 bill. Okay.
10,000 divided by 100.
It's
What is
100. 100
What?
times
100 times 100 is 1,000.
No, it's 10,000. Right. Okay, well.
Oh, what the fuck? Okay, yeah, you're right. What the fuck?
Yeah, they've got reasonable inflation.
It's 100 times 10 is 1,000. I'm a fucking idiot.
Yeah, 100,000 is 100 times 1,000.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Shockingly.
Yeah. Jesus. Yeah.
Yeah, so
maybe we are in Idiocracy. Maybe I am like the stupid idiot American already, and I just don't even know it.
Yeah, you didn't even realize you voted for Trump. You just pressed the wrong button. That's how they get you. They use the brain.
All I know
waves.
is I go into that voting place, I vote for Trump, and then everything gets better.
Yeah. Oh my god.
They should just have two things: world gets better and world gets worse, and we'll see what people vote for.
Well, that'll be a really hard one. I think it'll be 50-50 what they vote for each year.
Uh-huh.
Well, so I think it's done. I think we're out of the intelligence age and we're in the stupid age, and now we actually need to run wrestlers as political Democrats. It's the only way we're gonna beat these Republicans. Okay, they're gonna be more and more stupid, but the only way to
Should we put in The Rock as president? Like, who should we run to like both cater to the idiot population and also have what we want?
Well, The Rock probably would be the best candidate because his appearance in all of the movies means that he must be the most likable person, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he can
He
drive
also
cars
changed
really
the
fast.
shape of the DC cinematic universe as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess they do need to run The Rock, and then they need to wait for Trump to abolish the term limits, and then they need to run The Rock, and then we'll have The Rock until he's a really old Rock.
Oh man, old Rock, man.
Is The Rock
like
born in America?
70-year-old Rock? What?
He'll look pretty young. Don't worry. Is The Rock born in America?
Yeah.
Okay, because he's not white, you know.
Wow, Florian, just thinking that anyone who's born in America has to be white.
I'm just saying he's the number one non-white person in movies. Okay, probably. Maybe the number one person in movies, but certainly I think he's like 50% of every time a non-white character is main character, okay? So, yeah.
The Rock was born in Hayward, California.
There we go. We did it.
For your information.
We got to get The Rock in there. Or whoever played President Camacho.
Yeah.
Make it real.
Terry Crews.
Yeah.
He rules.
Make it real. Give him a machine gun. Put him on the ballot.
Give him a big monster truck.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember this guy who's called Maximum Beef or something?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Something Beef. He drove the biggest monster truck. He came out of retirement.
Real?
No, in Idiocracy.
In the movie, okay. I remember the guy with the giant monster truck.
Yeah, because they announced him by name and they're like, he's on the news. Oh, he's back. It's Beef.
Is it Beef
guy.
Supreme?
Yeah, Beef Supreme.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? Is this something I should understand? Why is Beef
No, it's
Supreme
just a funny
back?
joke. It's just funny that the guy whose name is Beef Supreme is going to come in with a gigantic monster truck and rush everyone.
Yeah. When they have, what do they call it? It's correctional. He's a correctional officer.
Yeah.
With his monster truck dildo. And I like how, because he broke out of prison, they gave him a giant boulder around his ankle. And then
That's pretty funny.
And then they put the boulder in the car. They crush his monster truck with the boulder.
I do think it would be funny if you just everyone who commits a crime has a differently sized boulder that they're attached to, and like you do have to like figure out a way to like get around with that boulder. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, and then
I
everyone
would like that as a
has.
punishment.
Then everyone will have his own burden to bear. Everyone has to carry their
Like
own weight.
give the worst like criminals a gigantic boulder like 10 times the size of a car. Like you would just have no way to move the thing.
They would just be permanently stuck.
Yeah, you'd be permanently stuck there, so we're not going to kill you. However, you are attached to this big boulder and you cannot move.
Do they change like the shackles occasionally?
I don't know. I like.
Do their legs just
I'm trying to think
off?
of the administrative state who has to keep up with that and like monitor people's shackles to make sure that they're not going to rust away. Or
do they get yard time where they get rid of the boulder briefly?
no, they're free to go. You're free. Like,
oh yeah,
you are attached to the boulder, and then you're good. Like, you just got to get around with it. It's the thing.
But if the boulder's too big, then I guess the state has to take care of you. Unless you're like rich. And
No, they're not going to take care of you.
You're
You're free. You're just attached to that boulder.
Yeah, you can just hire like a huge truck to drive the boulder. You just have to be.
I mean, you'd have to like
truck.
create a giant truck.
Yeah, around the boulder.
It's that big.
or it's just a giant boulder, so
Bulldozer.
Well, yeah, you could just lift off the boulder. Yeah.
No, I'm talking about it's way bigger than a bulldozer. Like,
did you know that
it's a rock the size of the house.
Did you know we have like bulldozers that are like 10 times the size of a house and they can dig infinitely into the ground?
What?
Yeah, look it up. It's real. What is it called?
They can dig infinitely into the ground? I don't believe that.
Well, I mean, not infinitely, but like they have a big spinning wheel that's bigger than like giant buildings. Yeah, okay, I guess I'll... Ah, man. Oh, wait, I can just record this, yes. Rathergood.com. What? What did they have to do with this bagger? Alright, I'm sending it to you, and then I'm playing it in the video. Yep. Alright, and okay. Everyone will know. Do I have anything embarrassing on my desktop before I show it?
Very important to check that.
Yeah.
Before
every time.
Tried.
Oh yeah, so we're hiding the episode image, and then we're playing the video. Ah, there it is. Yeah, look at that big truck. He's driving the car, and then there's the bugger 288. Oh, is this gonna drive? It doesn't drive, does it? Oh, I want to see it drive.
Holy shit. That is huge.
Oh, it doesn't drive. Great.
It drives?
Well, yeah, of course.
Is it stable? It just sits there?
Yeah, they use it to excavate. All right.
It doesn't move though.
Well, because it's decommissioned. There's got to be one that moves. Yeah, there we go. I think it's the first recommended video, so just click. Well, I mean that one's just got it drilling, but like you see, it's got tracks and it's moved because it's got the tracks have moved. You see how it drove here, and then can you see my mouse? I hope so. Yeah, see they have that, so you can. I guess you can use that, but I guess that'd be pretty inconvenient because then you'd have to be on that wheel. Or do you just destroy the boulder? What if you destroy the boulder?
Then you're free. I think like if you can destroy the boulder, then you're free.
Okay, I should not get copyright claimed. That was possibly too much. But yeah, that's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah, that is pretty neat.
I think we
can all agree that we're not in Idiocracy yet. We're still making giant things like the bagger.
Well, that one's actually from the 70s, if you believe it. So that's.
Do we have bigger ones now?
Yeah, we have bigger ones. Yeah, that one's actually a small model.
Wow. World's largest land vehicle. That's amazing.
We're actually gonna need these things when we follow my plan for improving the world, which is to dig the oceans deeper. and create
Mm-hmm.
artificial islands and continents and mountains. Because the world is 70% water, and that's just wasteful, okay? We don't need that much water. And we have huge continents. It'd be better if there were more canals through them where shipping can go through on boats.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we gotta turn the world into more land, having really
Wow.
deep oceans. And then, or maybe we can just live underwater. That could also be it. I guess
I don't know. Everybody always says, "Oh yeah, just live underwater," and then it goes terribly wrong. Like,
in TV, yeah, okay. Well, the thing
well,
is,
in
I get.
BioShock.
Yeah, in fiction. Well, I guess we really wouldn't be able to withstand like a lot of pressure. It'd probably just be like
Mm-hmm.
surface level water. We should be floating
Yeah.
like under the surface or whatever. Because it'd be really dark down there too, you know?
Yeah. People need sunlight. People need vitamin D.
Well, I guess we could probably evolve out of that too. You know, just eat more food, make your own vitamins.
Your like overall plan is for us to evolve out of needing sunlight.
I mean, just if we're gonna live at the bottom of the ocean, you know? Well, we should also live underground, so sure, yeah. I guess like eventually we'll have all the surface to ourselves, but then we go underground and have huge underground cities.
Could we just live closer to the Earth's core and then use that geothermal energy?
Yeah, that's what we'll do when the sun like when we detach from the sun and we fly into space. We just live underground, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be hard.
Sure, that'll go well.
Drill, baby, drill. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we should not be drilling for oil. We should be drilling closer to the center of the Earth. Uh,
Yeah, I mean, we probably have to
Kong is
figure
down
out
there.
if we make more continents. I guess the fastest way would be to just like make artificial volcanoes under the sea, you know. So we have to be able to get really good drills, you know.
Mm-hmm. How are we making artificial volcanoes?
Well, I mean, you would have to drill into the lava, you know. It's pretty hard. I mean, I guess if there's a hole in the crust, then the lava would come out automatically. You're just gonna make a hole.
That's hardly a volcano. That's just a hole that lava comes out of.
That's a volcano. Like the volcano just gets formed by the lava, you know, over a long period of time. Like they were not volcanoes, and then they spewed lava. There were holes in the ground that spewed lava, and then they became volcanoes. You know. Is that
Holy
true?
shit.
I mean, that has to be true, right? Like you wouldn't be able to get a hole through a mountain unless the hole was already there. Do you know how canyons? Do you know how canyons get made?
Erosion.
Well, yeah, but like normally it's actually not
Glaciers.
it's not actually the water. No, it's rivers that make canyons, but it's not the water that erodes down. The water doesn't go down further. It's actually the land that goes up, and then the water just has to beat the land because it has to flow over it. So it's eroding more in that place. So when the plateau in the Grand Canyon rose up, like the river just continued going where it was, but the land rose up around it.
Damn.
I saw
That's
that
crazy.
in a video. Just a minute
The
or so
land
something.
just keeps going up.
I mean, yeah, it's just like continental drift or something. That's how mountains are made too, you know. It's mostly continental drift.
Mm-hmm.
Like two continents.
Shit starts hitting up against each other, and
Yeah,
then
they're scraping off.
mountains are formed.
They're scraping off the lighter density rock, and then it goes up, becomes mountains. Yeah.
Wow.
See
We're
now,
reforming the entire Earth.
so now we're trying to cure the American idiocracy by teaching them about all these facts, you know.
Yeah, tectonic plates.
Yeah.
And
It's so crazy how much humanity could do, like conquer the planets, conquer the oceans, go underground. But we probably won't. It's just going to be AI doing all that cool stuff, and we'll be
there's
dead.
Conquer? What do you mean conquer the oceans?
What do you mean conquer? Like, you know what conquering means?
Explore?
No, it means live there. Like, we'll live there. We will run out of place. We'll have infinite people, and then we'll live everywhere on Earth, not just on land.
It just sucks to live underwater, man.
I mean, you don't know that.
It's just not. Well, we can't breathe water,
Well, I
so
mean,
you'd have to find a way to like get all the oxygen underneath the water.
no, we'd breathe water at that point. Like there's liquid that you can breathe, and we'll just use fish DNA. You know, AI's probably gonna
Uh huh.
AI's gonna be a real game changer when it comes
Gene
to
splicing
yeah.
rather than AI.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, if we gene splice, we don't know what the fuck we're doing. We don't even know what the IQ gene is yet, or like the combination of genes. But AI will figure it out, and they'll make the smartest people. We're back
like
to IQ.
does AI like? I feel like there's so many things that it's just like, oh yeah, AI will do that. Why would AI do that?
Well, because DNA is like a programming language that we don't get. Because, like,
Yeah, but wouldn't it be smarter for the AI to just get rid of us? Aren't we like an unnecessary problem that doesn't need
it's
solutions?
gonna figure out how to do genes before it figures out that we need to die. You know?
Really?
Well, yeah. Like, it'll be really efficient. Like, it'll look at the genes of crops, and then it'll spit up a crop that's twice as good, and then it'll spit up a crop that has gasoline in it, and then we'll drive our car. I'm not joking. That's gonna happen. Okay.
It'll spit out a crop that has gasoline in it.
Yeah, maybe.
Does it come in barrels already for it?
Yeah, it'll be like pumpkins that are filled with gasoline. Okay.
pumpkin barrels. That's incredible.
Yeah, it'll have ants that mine for precious minerals. Okay, we don't even have to use the big baggers
Holy
anymore.
shit.
You know.
Wow.
It'll have big dinosaurs that walk around, and they'll be
specially designed big ants that.
No, the tiny ants that.
What?
I mean, ants can dig through ground. Like, they'll be a little bigger than normal ants, but they'll just be stronger and stuff. You know, be made of stronger materials.
You're talking nonsense right now, Florian.
They're gonna. All they need is sugar. Okay, they just eat sugar and then they mine precious minerals.
What about what? Well, we should get them off syrup. I'm sorry, get them off sugar and get them onto corn syrup and
I mean, corn syrup.
Corn derived products.
It's
if the
sugar.
U.S. is gonna do nothing but keep the corn industry afloat, we should get ants that can mine really deep and then they like run on corn syrup.
I mean, like ants can eat corn syrup. Don't worry, it's just a form of sugar. I'm just saying they'll be like regular ants, but they'll do our mining for us. Okay. Like AI is gonna figure out how to reprogram ants real quick. You know, they just splice the genes.
We're starting on ants.
I mean, we might. I don't know. They're probably pretty fast to produce. You know, so they probably the easiest thing to trial and error program. You know, programming is a lot of trial and error after all.
Yeah, sure. You try the most with ants.
Yeah. I mean, I guess they use flies, but flies probably wouldn't be able to do. Well, I guess they could do stuff, yeah. But they're also nasty.
Can AI make pandas want to fuck more?
Yeah, that'll be really easy. Like you could probably do that now just by breeding like pandas with other bears. Well, I guess it'll be hard because
they're really not really pandas then.
Well, yeah, I mean they're not gonna be pandas if they want to fuck more. I mean, okay, maybe. But yeah, I mean,
Surely there's a gene you could turn on that makes them want to fuck.
I mean, that's probably more of a chemical problem. You just give them a drug that makes them want to fuck, you know. It's probably
the horny drug.
It's probably easier, yeah. I mean, we've got to have those already, right?
Yeah. Gas station boner pills.
Well, I don't know if that helps. She's got a boner. Doesn't mean you're that horny, right?
and then inject them with pheromones and shit.
Yeah. Wow.
All right.
I'm glad that everyone is still here listening to this enlightening podcast. Man, that was some wild ride, huh? Just politics.
I was gonna say
and then eugenics and then idiocracy and then my crazy plans for the future. Yeah.
Truly a conversation worthy of Idiocracy.
Yeah, you've definitely lived all of Idiocracy now.
Mm-hmm. If you made it through this stream, congratulations.
I don't know if you've gotten more or less stupid.
Probably more.
How dare you?
Alright, I gotta go. I'm gonna try to sleep more.
Yeah, you forgot that we were supposed to record, and then I called you, and then it woke you up that I called you. That was good.
Well, I'm glad you called me, because otherwise I would have slept through whatever messages were being sent.
Yeah, I have things planned on all the other days, so it had to be today, okay?
All right.
People had to know about my politics takes, okay? They're probably wondering, oh, is he molding? Maybe a little, okay, I admit it. But I
mean, their answer is yes, definitely.
But I'm also not really that concerned anymore. I mean, I guess you guys are gonna have to deal with Trump.
You're just like, good luck.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we're not that much better off. You know, we had like our lunatics went out and they voted for the Libertarian Party as well. It's just that we have multiple parties, so one party alone can't rule, and everyone hates the Libertarians because they're so retarded right now with their anti-vax shit. So they didn't get into government, and that was fun, I think. Okay. It's not fully decided, but...
Aren't there a bunch of far-right parties that are getting stronger in Europe?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, the Libertarians. We can't have Nazi party because it's illegal.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, Libertarians, under quotes, you know?
I see.
So basically, yeah, we're gonna. It's pretty likely that we'll just have a normal government, and the Libertarians are just gonna cry louder than ever because they had more of the vote. And then eventually really? It'll go back to normal, and they'll be back to the normal crying. I can't believe they got votes when they're still running on anti-vax stuff. Like, Jesus, get over it already.
Like, especially when so many people friggin' died from, like...
Yeah, and nobody's making you take the vaccine at the moment. Like, Jesus. Well, I mean, no, like, the idea is that it's good that old people die, I guess. Like, and lockdowns are bad because it's the government. So that's logical, I guess, for them. But, like, get over it. It's just a needle.
Yeah.
All right.
I agree. It's not a big deal.
Well, I'm glad. People are annoyed at my political takes, but now that they know that you're here and you're also queer, they're probably okay.
Get used to it.
Do you think that Democrats being too gay was bad? You think that's why they lost?
Like, I was really confident, at least, that this election, that all that trans stuff wouldn't affect us, but I think it kind of did. I think there was an ad they ran where it's like Trump is for you, Kamala's for they them.
Yeah,
and I think that actually worked on people, unfortunately.
I mean, it's not 100% wrong. There is, like, every time you put your pronouns in bio, that's a vote for Trump, okay? Like, someone's gonna see that and they're gonna be mad. And every time trans people think that they can take on Harry Potter, that's a vote for Trump, okay?
So you're saying we should fully embrace Harry Potter?
Yeah, I mean, that was literally the dumbest shit that I've ever seen, like, trying to cancel Hogwarts Legacy.
J.K. Rowling?
Hogwarts Legacy. Remember when people were upset when you were playing Hogwarts Legacy?
Hey. I played that game, and it was not worth playing, so...
Guess you should have listened to the woke mob.
I was gonna say, if the woke mob was right in that case.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to play it and set people on fire, but I didn't play it yet. We'll see, I guess.
I didn't set anyone on fire.
Well, I guess there's also torture spells. I definitely want to try out the evil spells.
I didn't play any of the evil spells.
I love games where you can just do horribly evil things. That's gonna be the best. But you can probably only do it to bad guys. I don't know. Do you know, are there moral questions that you solve with torture?
With torture?
Well, I guess you
I
wouldn't
mean,
know. You'd have to try it out.
generally speaking, I'd say torture is wrong.
No, I meant
We
in the
shouldn't be
game.
doing it.
Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, you shouldn't be using the evil guy spell. That's.
Well, yeah, but I'd want to do a genocide run. Jeez.
I don't think you're allowed to do genocide run.
I mean, why would they put in evil spells if you can't be evil?
I think it's like you can just torture bad guys and
Right,
use the evil spells on bad
but
guys.
then it's a slippery slope, and then eventually you just end up being evil. You know, you just
Yeah, the
you just torture muggles.
wow,
Yeah,
that's disgusting, Florian. How dare you?
the IQ didn't evolve to a magical
Your
level.
audience is muggles, you idiot.
They're just temporarily embarrassed highborns. They're wizards at heart, okay?
Lauren, you're a filthy mudblood.
You take that back. I am the purest wizard. Wow.
Are you?
Maybe. Alright, well, I kept you up long enough.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get some more sleep here.
Yeah, Erich is on Blue Sky now. Everyone check him out on Blue Sky.
Yeah, that's right. Revan1138.bluesky. There's another dot after that.
Com?
No.
Okay.
Hold on, I've got it. I'm gonna pull it.
Well, he's boycotted.
B-Sky. Revan138.bsky.social.
Wow.
I forgot it was the dot social.
Wow, that is stupid. Why is it social? That's so bad.
Everyone is like that. Everyone's account is like that. It's.
I know that, but why didn't they get the .com? They couldn't afford the .com. Are you serious? I mean, they probably have the .com.
Well, the site is .com, but like everybody's handle has .bsky.social, and it must be the way they programmed it. I don't know why.
Oh yeah, no. I guess you can do that. You can have it so that the .com mirrors the .social or whatever. So and then of course the website itself can determine which one of them gets written in the address bar. So that makes sense. But yeah, you're boycotting Twitter. You're an ex-Twitter on Twitter.
Well, I've actually been on Blue Sky for a while. I just didn't use it really until now. So.
But you're leaving Twitter.
We'll see how long that lasts.
Right, I guess we'll see when no one goes on Blue Sky.
A lot of people have gone on there. I think they're at like 15 million users now.
Wow, guess I missed out. It's too late.
Yeah. It's not too late. It's never too late.
Maybe. Yeah, I guess so.
I
was like, yeah, I already missed out on YouTube. Everyone already has it. I don't need to be on there. Should have been on YouTube sooner. Could have been millionaires.
Yeah. That's right.
All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye. All right. I am off